Hey, Colin here. Fun story. Played a bit more with this Hyperlight game. Uh, recorded a whole episode and all that, and the sound was off, so couldn't record any of it. Fun. Anyways, I did most of the north side when you couldn't see me, so it was fine, I guess. I said some insightful things, nothing too insightful, not a major loss. Got 4 of the thingies, so ready to go for the boss, which I think is up this way. So I remember in a lot of the discussion about this game right when it came out, people saying that the North boss was super cheap and unfair and not cool, which is unfortunate because it was the only boss I beat in this game my first try. So let's see if I can do that again. Probably can't because I'm playing on hard, and I haven't been playing too well, to be honest. Probably because I'm too used to the game or too cocky or something, but whatever. Anyways, if I remember correctly, this lead up to the boss is the longest of any of the dungeons or areas, whatever you want to call them, which is cool. It's cool. It's got a pretty cool room that's fun to watch. Not so much fun to play, but we'll see. Get that music going again. I'm pretty sure this is one of the loops that's included in the boss track, which is a cool little nod. Yeah. Okay, so there's the center thing, and there's gonna be I just dashed right past that. There's gonna be a lot of guys coming for me. I'm just gonna avoid all of them. Then just try to beat these guys. Wait for their last attack. Heal so I don't die immediately. Oh my gosh. I'm just never... I'm not talking because this is really scary. I'm so sorry. I was hoping to charge up the charge attack and just take those dudes out, but nah. This game's not allowing it. Let's I only have one shot in this thing? Dang. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, this is basically a super dangerous, torturous walk, which I think is actually kind of a cool idea now that I think about it. I remember the first time I played it, I thought it was super frustrating. But that's just because, as again, my gamer pride hurt. Okay, so I took out one of those guys, so this should be a lot easier. I should heal. Oh, I did not expect that to hit me. Although also when I started, I was just about to say maybe it's not worth healing and I should just take out that guy. Because either way, one hit from it was probably going to kill me. Oh, jeez. But yeah, the more I think about it, the more I actually like this stage design. I think I like it more than I expect, but it's going to happen. Okay, so let's go for a quick 1, 2, dodge. I got rid of one of those guys while I was at it, which is nice. Oop. That should have hit me. That's okay. Yeah, alright, so just taking out those guys with those guns was a good idea. See, I survived with 3 health packs. Alright, so this part is blocked off, and that makes me wonder, can I get over there? So I'm going to actually go back on this death walk, whatever you want to call it. See if I can get anywhere. Oh, and that's death. That was a bad idea. Because I'm pretty sure you can do something over there, but maybe I'm thinking of a later part that loops back around. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I started liking the stage more because even though the main danger is kind of gimmicky, it's not super difficult to just escape past it. I'm going to try to just take those guys out. Yeah, that was a good idea. I ran out of my shot. Maybe I can... Oof, that was real close. Still not super good at that timing. Dang it, I meant to do the health kit, not the other one. But good thing there's one up here, so that's good. Yeah, can I reach any of those? Oh, haha, I can, because there's a little mark here saying secret. The little square on the ground. Yeah, so it's almost like you're kind of being turned into this... I mean, it's kind of a trap. It's also kind of a spectacle. you're in the center with like these enemies on the sides, almost acting like an audience, which I think is kind of appropriate for what's going on here. There's a lot of being inspired by the name of this track on the soundtrack, which is like something about cults or personality or whatever. I think I just go through here. Yeah. The game this part feels very theatrical. It feels very ritualistic, which I guess kind of goes along with the enemy designs. Is very good thing I had a health. Yeah, like the kind of feeling that these guys are using this weird magic, which may or may not be magic, but whatever. Definitely makes this part feel the most spiritual or supernatural or whatever. And I thought that was a wall. So yeah, there's this kind of air of mystery and ritual to the whole thing, and especially with that big chamber with a lot of area you could fall down and die on. It's not practical, so it has to feel almost maybe more that it was designed that way for other reasons, aesthetic reasons, storytelling reasons. I like that you can interrupt that guy's attack and to trigger the melee attack it has, or the melee type attack. Secret thing? Yeah. Dang, I am getting really good at finally good. Hi, sorry, there's probably a horrible amateurish cut there because my recording software just stopped recording. That was cool. But anyways, we're back. I was talking about secrets or whatever. Probably not that interesting. Let's definitely get that health kit. I was saying a lot of things, but you know what? I'll just kind of start fresh again. So yeah, I guess it never occurred to me, but the library setting that we got going here. I was talking about magic or whatever before. There's also a lot of wisdom, knowledge going on here, which is maybe a bit messed up. I kind of link that to the occult, but I don't know. There's some kind of signal here for when there's a secret thing. I think it's like a whole bunch of papers or whatever. And there's a med kit up there that I can see barely poking above. So, I've seen some people complain about the form of secret hunting in this game kind of just being running up against every wall. But if you know how to look, yeah, see, here's that square secret sign again. It ends up becoming more pattern recognition, less just running up against every wall. It can definitely feel that way when you first start. But, there's a method to it. Oh, I meant to dash backwards, and instead I dashed into the guy. I feel like that happens to me a lot. But at least it checkpointed right there, which is good. Oh, there was a med kit right there that I want to get. Alright, so I'm going to go back to that. Go back to that secret thing. So yeah, this is quite the intense and epic scaled kind of lead in to the boss, which is going to be appropriate if it is the most difficult. It's not the most intimidating, in my opinion. The sword guy is, and visually the East boss is, which we haven't seen yet. Alright, medkit. But it's a cool fight. It's probably the most interesting of the beginning 3 boss fights. The boss fights that are available from the start of the game. So here's secret thing. Grab the gold again. I kind of wish the gold you got saved, even if it doesn't checkpoint. But I guess I understand why it has to do that. Okay, see, that was a real easy takedown. Yep, and we got more stuff to upgrade. Let's just go down. This whole area felt like more of a lead-in before. Yeah, there's a secret thing being blocked there. The green med kit was probably a good indication. I think there's a fight coming up over here. I think when I go back in, there'll be another fight. That's why there's med kits strewn about. Or not. Got another gold thing. I'm probably making this look effortless because I am so great at exploring this game. I thought I was about to fall there. That would have been really funny. But anyways, here's the boss. Yeah, that definitely felt longer the first time I did it, and now it doesn't. So forget everything I said about the big lead-in. Don't actually. This is probably the biggest lead-in. But anyways, I have to note before I start this fight, I really like the little snow particles that are coming in. Makes you remember that there's a big blizzard outside and that there's probably decaying. Anyways, fight time. So this will probably be a lot harder in this playthrough because, yeah, I died. All right. Because I was going to say, all of this guy's attacks will kill me in one hit. If we were playing on the easy mode where I get 3 hits, that's fine, but I only have 1, so... Oop, that knockback killed me. Alright, anyways, the thing with this guy, and I think the reason why I didn't find it as difficult was, one, I had the multi-dash. Multi-dash really helps if you're good at using it. And also, as you can see, all of those ground attacks are telegraphed pretty well. He'll do the staff thingy, and they might have some weird patterns that you have to look out for, but you just keep active, keep moving, and keep up the aggression, you're good. Knowing the timing on those enemies helps out a lot. Dang. But yeah, this fight is super intense, and that's also why I think it's the best. The West boss fight is pretty intense, but the pattern is so rigid that you learn it super quickly, which is maybe why it was actually probably the best one to do first, even though the dude hits super hard and super fast. And also the way he spawns enemies is kind of unfair feeling, especially when it does the 2 instead of the 1. This track is also really awesome as a backing boss track, really intense, without being your typical like drums and orchestra kind of thing. Oh, that did not go where I expected it. Yeah, so this guy's tricky, but so I won't fault people for finding him difficult. But I do, like I said, like the boss fight enough to defend the difficulty of it. Yeah, so once I get him down, he's going to start doing those bigger scale attacks. But that's fine because they're, like the other attacks, just as telegraphed. Oh, and those air guys can also be killed by the boss's attacks, which is cool. I shouldn't have spent so much time trying to dash the wrong way. Yeah, so this guy can kill his own minions, which the big king dude couldn't do. But also, it's cool because this guy has a whole audience of these, I'm just going to call them cult members, around with him. And that's a really awesome little detail. Adds to the intensity of this fight. Alright, so now I've made my initial notes on Bird Wizard boss. Let's just get down to it. Just do some nice well-timed dashes. See if I can hit him with the big attack without getting hit myself, and that's worked out pretty well so far. It's all about knowing timings. Just waiting for that last moment to dash. Also, aiming your dash correctly obviously helps, but oop, it's definitely heal. Knowing the hitbox probably helps a bit because it's not actually as intense as it looks. Also knowing that you can dash in the opposite direction of those big attacks helps, as long as you time it, because the one will end before you think it does. Oop, that was too early though, and he was close to death. Really unfortunate. But let's see how this goes. Let's see. This should be the one. Dash in. Oop. Dashed instead of attacked. Although I got to see how that projectile looks in slow motion. I love how this gun's projectile feels and looks. I've mentioned the feel part before, but just that big ball of energy going out, it's super cool. I was making a prototype the other day, and I basically imitated the small time stop on shoot thing that this gun does. And yeah, it was cool. Didn't even change anything about the way the gun moved or whatever. Just had the projectile, I mean. Just had a straight velocity, but that small stop made it all the better. Okay, so I'm just using this big gun for high damage bursts, especially because just hitting this guy once refills the ammo. I think that's true for all bosses, but not enemies. Ooh, just misplaced that dash. So hitting this guy with this gun is more valuable than just having the tiny gun. Now, if I had the shotgun, which I did the first time I did this boss, that would probably be a bit better because getting in close to the shotgun will deal 5 or 6 damage, I think. So, like the big attack, which is basically the same thing I'm trying to do with the big gun, but it's only going to do 3 damage here. Oop, I am doing some bad dodging here. Okay, chase after him. Don't get hit by these things. And he just made me dash away from him. The sneaky mom. Okay. Let's take that guy out. Woohoo! Now he's got like 2 little trails coming out, which is really cool. I love watching them wind around each other. Oh, I just dashed right through that attack. If I just chained down instead of to the side, gotta be more perceptive on this. So I'm basically dying as many times as I did with the other boss, but you know what? This is a New Game Plus. This is supposed to be hard. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, this is it's moments like these where I think the game's combat actually really shines. Because even though it does have some weird things like the inputs needing oddly specific timings for a modern game, and the hitboxes and stuff often being very precise. Everything just kind of works. Like this is, I think at least the way this is tuned, it feels right. Like they weren't trying to just make a copy of a game they liked. They took everything they knew about the systems they had designed and created and implemented, and actually made a real thing out of it. It's more than just common sense design. It's actually designing a video game. It seemed like my guy got up quicker than he normally does, which is why I will defend a lot of the decisions this game makes, because they, even if you don't agree or it's not how you would design the game, there's definitely things in this I knew I would not do in my own video games. It at least feels like a cohesive whole, and I'm going to sound like an old person, but you don't really see that a lot. You don't see that as much in old games either. It's not like I'm pining for a golden age of games that hasn't really existed, but at least in my opinion, I'm sure there's people who disagree with me on that. But yeah, it's just like this kind of, even though the game is pretty traditional in most senses, if it just feels really well done. Like this is what modern design teachings and everything we learned about this medium over the past years, feels like it's culminating to. Like this game, I feel, and part of the reason I really like it is it just points to a new standard or baseline of game design that I think we could start looking forward to in the next 5 to 10 years, which is really exciting. I will gladly take more experiences that are just baseline as good as this, even if they aren't super lofty and trying to be innovative or whatever. I am not speaking well right now, just getting distracted, dying at the same basic amount of health. Alright, this time I'm just going to try to focus, and let's see if I can beat Birdman. Take away his Academy Award. That was a real bad joke. Just getting those big hits in might be the ticket. Oof. Just outside of that hitbox. Or I was almost just outside of it. Okay. Not feeling super great, but I think I can get this done. I wasted a shot. And I attacked when I should have dashed. Getting a bit too bloodthirsty. Alright, guy. Did they fix the gun sword alternating thing? Feels like they did. I did not get any of those guys. Let's let this guy get them. Just the way things move, the way the camera limits itself, the way it lerps to your position after you do a dash, it's just all really wonderful to watch. I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to record myself playing this game is, I mean, even if I know everything I'm going to say, like, I would just, I just like watching good play of this game. And so I hope that you do too. Oh, I have the 2 grenades. I should probably use those. They do a lot of damage. Yeah. Alright, I'm just looking for an opening, trying to be more patient. Cool. No! I thought that was about to hit me, but I took the risk. Thought the knockback would maybe get me out of the way, but did not go well. Yeah, this fight is definitely a lot more difficult when you only have 2 health. I mean, obviously, but especially that's so. At least with the king, you could probably take 1 or 2 attacks over the course of it. With healing, obviously, but I was lucky that guy did not decide to go for me because I'm. My dash chaining is not doing too well. Probably because I'm not actually doing it. Oh, I'm so lucky I did not get hit there, but I deserve that. Alright, I'm panic dashing. I shouldn't be panic dashing. I'm just gonna start making noises. Oops, wrong button. I meant to do the grenade there. I need to do this anyway. Oh, nice. I killed both of those guys. Just waiting for the good hits. I was so lucky I did not get hit there. Did not mean to do that. See, the cool thing about that attack is you don't actually need to space it, really. Okay, come on, 1 hit, 1 good hit. Yes! Weird that his head fell off after I shot him, but whatever, it's a nice animation. That felt well deserved. That felt better than the purple sword guy fight, even. Orange sword, not purple sword. Then the music fades away. Fantastic. Nice and calm afterwards. I really like it. And it's almost like those that make the game feel super great. Wow, yeah, that was awesome on hard mode. I loved not being able to get hit, actually. It made that fight so much more intense. It felt perfectly tuned for what this mode is. Anyways, there's probably going to be a cutscene. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to go down here so that I know the game checkpoints, and then probably call it for now. Thanks so much for joining me in that. I'll see you next time.